My name's Cornelius Vikens. I'm a wood fire and smoke chef. I'm also a South African living in the UK, and welcome to my outdoor kitchen. Today I'm going to be cooking one of my favourite sauces, and that is Peri Peri. Peri Peri translates in Swahili as pepper pepper. It is a very African, South African dish. We created it for you guys. And yeah, it's going to be a very simple, straightforward recipe. A lot of people don't know it. They all presume Peri Peri sauce is, founded by a big chain that I don't want to mention, but actually it comes from Africa. Peri Peri sauce, for me, personifies Africa. It is heat, it is flavour, it is colour. So we're going to start with a good mix of chilies. We've got some bird's eye chilies, jalapenos, Scotch bonnets. Each of these will give varying levels of heat as well, and more importantly, lots of flavour. We've got some peppers, we've got garlic, we've got limes, lemons, and we've got some onions which I've already cooked dirty in the charcoal. So the first step in making the ultimate Peri Peri sauce is you take your raw ingredients. In this instance, we're going to put our peppers on. We're going to get some of the chilies, and we're just going to put those on that. And we're going to take some garlic, just slice it in half, bulbs down, and we're just gently going to roast those until they're completely blackened and charred on the outside. What that's doing is actually cooking the chilies and the peppers. It's going to soften it up, it's going to release all those fantastic flavours. So turning the chilies over, you can see some lovely blistering, some charring of the skin where the heat is getting to them. The smell is absolutely amazing. So as you can see, everything is perfectly charred. It's now time to take it off the heat. So as you can see, the peppers, the chilies, the garlic are all perfectly cooked, nicely charred on the outside. They are still going to be really hot, so what we're going to do is just put those to the side for about 5 minutes and just let them cool down. While those are cooling, here are some onions that I cooked earlier. These are simply enough red onions that we've cooked in the fire while the chilies were cooking. The reason you do that is what it does is it caramelizes all those juices in the onion. It doesn't dry them out. The outer skin has protected it. So if I just slice that, you can see the flesh of the onion has taken on a really soft texture, lovely smoky flavours. The smell is to die for. Simply enough, what you do is you take your peppers, for example, and you just scrape off that charred exterior. The flesh is really soft. The smell, again, is just absolutely amazing. You don't have to be exact and get all the black bits off, because for me, that charred skin is actually going to add flavour to it as well. So, don't hesitate in leaving some of that in there. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfectly clean, but that's what we're looking at. And the same with chilies. I mean, they're a little more finicky, but you're literally just pulling the skin off, the outer skin, the burnt, and you're adding all that flavour into your dish. Everything's been peeled. I've done a bit of a quick clean-up because it is a little on the messy side, but now the fun part. So you take your vegetables, and with the peppers I would always recommend de-seeding them. Seeds don't taste great, to be totally honest. And we're just going to roughly chop it, slice it. I actually like it quite rough, so not spending too much time on this. And as it cooks down even further, a lot of these will break down. Notice is there's a lot of charred flesh on there. I've deliberately left that on because I think that adds extra flavour with the perfumes of the chilies and the onions and the garlic and the lime juice. Those little bits of charred flesh just give an extra layer of flavour. Just chop that into your saucepan until it's all done. I've peeled everything, I've chopped everything, and now we're just going to add the final ingredients. The first thing we're going to add is a teaspoon of smoked paprika. In fact, make it a teaspoon and a half. That's how I like it. We're going to add the juice of 2 lemons. avoid getting any seeds into there, obviously. And then the limes. This just gives an extra bit of zing and a bit of flavour. And finally, the second lemon. We're then going to add some olive oil. And the final ingredients, good crack of black pepper. And equally of salt. So a quick stir before we put onto the heat, just mix it all together. Again, the smells and the flavours just coming through that are absolutely gorgeous. And then we're going to put that back onto the heat for about 20 minutes until it's reduced by a good third. So what I'm going to do is, just using a potato masher, just break up the peppers and the chilies and the garlic even finer so it becomes a real sauce-like consistency. And the reason we put it back onto the heat is there was a lot of moisture in the peppers and the chilies, so this is just going to evaporate that off and leave a much more intense, stronger flavour. So this has reached the consistency I'm looking for. It's reduced by about a third and it's gone quite thick. Absolutely perfect. So I'm just going to remove it from the heat. Now, once that's cooled down, I'm just going to put it straight into a kilner jar. That'll easily, keep in your fridge for a good 6 weeks. But in the meantime, chef's prerogative, I'm just going to have a little taste. Yes, it's still going to be hot, but welcome to a taste of Africa in the UK. You've got the heat of the chilies, you've got the sweetness of the onions and the peppers and the garlic. Yum. Please don't hesitate in letting me know how you get on with this recipe. We'd love to hear some feedback from you guys. In the meantime, have a great day and look forward to seeing you next time.